Good afternoon, students. Today I would like to start with urinary system. So these are the contents according to our syllabus we have to cover. The urinary system is one of our four excretory system in our body. The other three are bowel, lungs as well as skin. So basically in our first chapter of digestive system we have seen that bowel excrete stool while lungs excrete carbon dioxide and skin excrete sweat. What are the components involved in urinary system? So basically two kidneys, one pair of kidney, one pair of ureters, one urinary bladder and one urethra. So what are the roles of these organs involved in urinary system? So basically kidney removes waste product of the metabolism, excess water and salts from the blood, and it also helps in maintaining the pH of the body. While ureters convey urine from the kidney to the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is a muscular reservoir which stores urine. Urethra are the channel which expels urine out of the body. So let us see what is the definition of kidney. It is also known as renes. The kidneys are a pair of excretory organs situated on the posterior abdominal wall, one on each side of the vertebral column behind the peritoneum. So students, we have seen what is peritoneum. Basically kidneys lies behind the peritoneum and they are situated on either side, on both sides of the vertebral column, and basically it is at posterior side of the abdominal wall. Let us also look at the location of the kidney. So basically they occupies epigastric region, hypochondriac, lumbar and umbilical region. They extends from upper border of 12th thoracic vertebrae to the center of body of 3rd lumbar vertebrae. From this picture, it is clearly observed that the right kidney is slightly lower than the left kidney and it is also toward the nearer to the median plane. What is the external features? So basically from the diagram you can see that kidney is a bean shaped. It has upper and lower poles, medial and lateral borders and anterior and posterior surfaces. While the upper pole is broader and is in close contact with the corresponding suprarenal glands, while the lower pole is slightly pointed. What are the dimensions? Basically, the lateral border is slightly convex and the medial border is concave. The middle part of the medial border is depressed slightly inside, that is called as hilus or hilum. So basically kidney is reddish brown color. The length of the kidney, each kidney is average is around 11 centimeter. The width is around 6 centimeter and the thickness is around 3 centimeter. There is a difference in the weights of male as well as female kidneys. The male kidney weighs around 150 grams while the female kidney weighs around 135 grams. What happens in the kidney of fetus? So basically fetus kidneys has 12 lobules while before birth they get fused, and so that in the adult the kidney is uniformly smooth. Let us now see the coverings of the kidney. So we will start from the deepest layer, that is renal capsule. It is deepest layer as well as smooth transparent sheet of dense irregular connective tissue. So above that adipose capsule will come, that is actually a mass of fatty tissue. What is the role actually? It helps in shock absorption and also maintains the position of the kidney. While the superficial layer or the uppermost layer is nothing but the renal fascia that anchors the kidney to the surrounding structures, basically to the walls of the back side of the abdomen, so that it will retain its proper structure. Now let us see what are the structures associated with the kidneys. So basically we will first start with our right kidney. So at superior side suprarenal glands are present. To the extreme right side liver is present, and towards the hilum the part of duodenum comes. At the inferior side right colic flexure comes, while at the extreme inferior side coils of small intestine comes. When we will talk about left kidney, again the suprarenal glands are present at the superior side, but these are towards right side. Then the green part which we can see in the diagram, where spleen comes, and the middle part, the or around yellow marking is there, part of stomach comes, and below that pancreas come, and the inferior side left colic flexure come, and coils of small intestine falls. What about the posterior side? So basically the yellow markings are nothing but the nerves which are subcostal nerve, iliohypogastric nerve, ilioinguinal nerve. Toward the upper side or toward the superior side diaphragm lies, and toward the inferior side transverse abdominis, quadratus lumborum, psoas major. These are the muscles which are the abdominal muscle which lies at the posterior side of the kidney. So let us start with the anatomy of the kidney. So when we will start with the outer side, you can see the renal capsule, and when we will move inside, what we can see, the renal cortex. After renal cortex, renal medulla will come. When we will look from the ureter, when ureters are moving inside through the hilum, what we can see, a renal pelvis, and renal pelvis will give rise to major calyx. The major calyx will give rise to minor calyces. The minor calyces will give rise to pyramidal structures. These are called as renal pyramids or papilla. So basically in this picture you can also see ureters, cortex, medulla, renal pelvis, major as well as minor calyx. Here you can also see the renal arteries as well as renal veins. The renal arteries which are going inside the kidney, while the renal veins are leaving the kidney at the region of hilum. Please note that minor calyx, which is a cup shaped structure which cup over papilla and which collects urine.